Hi, it's Jen. So, I was having kind of one of those off days, they happen occasionally. So I had a really great interview last week, and then I spent all weekend kind of waiting for Monday to hopefully hear back. And of course then, as the hours counted down throughout the day, and I didn't hear back, my mood declined rapidly. And so I did what any normal person would do, and I went to the library to get more books, because after all of these aren't enough, right? So I'm going to show you what I picked out, and I'm going to tell you why I picked it out. I don't get to read much new fiction right now because I've never really been someone who buys new release books. So usually I wait for the library to get them, read them first, and then buy them if I really liked them. That's been my typical thing, but I'm going to say I really loved buying Toll on release day and reading it so that I knew what it was about when everyone else was talking about it. That was wonderful. So I might be doing that going forward. Probably not every week, probably just, every few weeks when a book I'm interested in is being released. So I went ahead and looked through the new release charts, whatever's coming out soon, and unfortunately it looks like a lot of it is sequels. And it's sequels to series I haven't read. So I got some catch-up reading. Yay! And then there were some things I just grabbed for the fun of it. That being said, first I grabbed Julie Berry's Lovely War. I loved her other one. I have a review from that a couple years ago. Passion of Dulce, I believe was the name of that one, and I really like her writing style. This is already getting some potential Prince buzz, or at least it was last time I looked. I'm not sure if it's long-listed, short-listed, or what, but I know that was getting some attention last I looked. The other one, I haven't read any of the Diviners series, so I grabbed this one. I still need to go ahead and reserve the other ones. I just wandered into the library and hoped they would be there, because I believe is it the 4th book that's coming out, but I think it's not till February, so I've got time to get into this. I have a feeling I'm going to like it. What's the other series by her? Is there something called Great and Terrible Beauty or something like that? I can't remember the title. But anyways, I just read that set, and I had to buy 2 of them as ebooks because I couldn't find them. They were just no longer at the library, and the used copies were too expensive, and I couldn't find, for whatever reason, the new copies were sold out. Whatever. So anyways, I've liked her other stuff. So hopefully I like this series. I don't know why I've waited so long to read it. Okay, I do know. I'm stubborn as a mule. I am mule stubborn. That's the stubbornness level. It's up there, and so I don't want to read something because everyone else is reading it, which is a really dumb reason not to read a book. But, I'm stubborn. I don't know. I wish I could fix that, but I can't. So I've been so resistant to reading this series because everybody loved it, and I wanted to be an individual. I know, it's sad, isn't it? And then I grabbed Remarkable Journey of Coyote Sunrise because this is on the Goodreads list is out, the Choice Awards where you can vote. And what's sad is I've read so few new books this year that I knew none of the juvenile fiction, and that made me very sad. So I had to grab, this was the only one that was there today, so I went ahead and grabbed this one. It's kind of a big book. It's definitely very, very much middle grade rather than younger juvenile fiction. I grabbed Amulet Book 1. I'm going to keep trying graphic novels. Eventually one of these will hit for me, It could happen. And I also grabbed it because we're pretty much caught up on all the series the kid reads, and there's not that much that she weeds? Wow. Wow. There's not that much that she reads willingly, and so I'm hoping that this will be the next series that I gradually buy for her. So we'll see. So that's why I've got a couple Babysitter's Club, a couple Amulet. One of these, hopefully, will do it for her. We'll see. The next one I grabbed was, Babysitter's Club Book 2. But Babysitter's Club Book 1 is checked out. Sad face. I don't know why I checked that out. I should just buy them. I mean, she's gonna like them. I don't know why I'm waiting. I should just buy them. The next one I checked out was Sheets. I already went ahead and read this. sad face. I don't know why I don't enjoy graphic novels. I want to like them so badly, and yet, I don't know why I can't like them. The villain was just too over the top in this. I hate over the top villains. I mean, so many villains are just regular day-to-day people who are just that little bit worse than everyone else. They're not like, all bad. And like the guy in this was just all bad, no redeeming qualities. And that kind of villain is just kind of boring to me. I like more of a three-dimensional villain. So I read it. It was just like a 3-star read for me, but I mean, that's not Sheet's fault. I think I'm expecting more from graphic novels than what they can deliver. So I'm going to keep trying them. Because it's funny that something that everybody loves, I should be able to love this, but I'm going to keep trying. And again, that's not Sheet's problem, that's my problem. Superfudge, I already read this one. I thought I was missing this, and what's funny is if you're watching my videos, you can probably see my copy of Superfudge. It's up here. But you know why it's up there? I had a feeling that I would like the Fudge books, and so those are signed copies. I've got a couple signed copies. So yeah. So I checked that out from the library thinking I didn't own Superfudge, and then I'm like, wait a minute, isn't that Superfudge? And it is, it totally is. So yeah, that's just stuff I do. Then I checked out Patina because I have Ghost, and I have a feeling, based on reviews, that I am going to love this series. I'm trying to wait till I get down to the R's in my juvenile fiction shelf to read it, but I know I'm not going to be able to wait that long. I mean, Ghost is calling me. I'm going to be reading it, I'm going to need to find a way to better split up the series I'm reading on my juvenile fiction shelf, because some of these, I have so many Beverly Cleary books, and I didn't realize it until I've started reading them in a row, and then it's like, that's too much Beverly Cleary in a row. It is. It's just, and I love her books, but I can't just keep reading exclusively those, so I might have to hop forward to the next shelf a little bit, just to give myself a fresh point of view. Or maybe I'll just jump to Ghost. Yeah, I'm probably just gonna jump to Ghost. That's okay, it's one less I have to read when I get to the shelf with the R books on it. See? I'm getting there. Next. Pet. I should have looked up how to pronounce the name. I looked at it and I'm like, I can do that. No, I can't. So this has really great reviews. And also potential Prince buzz. So, we'll see. At least it did last time I read about it. I have to admit that sometimes I don't pay attention to the dates on the articles I'm reading, so I don't know if that's old or not, but the reviews on this are so solid that I think so long as they consider it to qualify for Prince, age-wise, rating level-wise, then it probably will be a contender. It sounds very fascinating, and I can't wait to read it. In addition to all the other books I have to read. Which is a wonderful problem to have. I mean, let's face it, that's a wonderful problem to have. Alright, so, the 18th? Yes, November 18th, the third book comes out. So, I think this is book 1. So, Cruel Prince. And then I think the second one is Wicked King. I have that as an ebook, so I'm ready. So I'm going to read this one, read that one, and then hopefully pick up the third one on the 18th. We'll see. Now, if I hate this, then I'm just going to totally abandon that. I haven't read anything by Holly Black yet. Some of her things are on my TBR already, particularly a couple of her juvenile fiction, but this will be my first time reading her, so no guarantees. And then finally, Ragweed came in, so I can finally get to reading Poppy. That's on my juvenile fiction list. So, yay, can't wait to read those. Even though I already had so much other stuff to read, you can never have too much sitting there waiting for you to read, right? No, you can. There comes, like, my juvenile fiction shelf was seriously stressing me out, until I've almost completely knocked out the first shelf in less than a month. So now I'm not freaking out so much about my juvenile fiction, like, at all. Like, I'm gonna be totally fine with that. Yeah. So that's my library book haul. I think I already talked about I'm going to start picking up the occasional new release on release date. I think that will be a lot of fun. I think I'll kind of do that. Maybe I'll set goals where if I read so many of these, then I get to participate and pick up a new release on release date. So that might be how it goes. We'll see. So that's the plan, hopefully. Well, until next time, I will be surrounded by these piles of books, reading them. Feel free to comment, especially if you have any thoughts on that Holly Black book and that series in general, because I'm not familiar with it at all. Please don't give me any spoilers or general overviews of the book, because I like to go into my books blind. Like, I'll look at the star rating on Goodreads, and I'll look at a general, like, the most general review I can find, because I don't want to know the plot, I don't want to know the characters' names, I go in blind. So yeah, don't tell me. But, generic thoughts are fine. So until next time.